All right, everybody, welcome to our Team Legacy Leadership Call. Just wanted to get this out to everybody, give you guys some updates, but also want you guys to, hear from myself, my sponsor, of course, and our great leader and friend, Mr. Rob Roeder, as well, guys. Just to get ready for this launch. Today is July 15th. Whether you're watching this live or the replay, I want you to know we've got 15 days left before history is made, right? Before history is made. And this is the time where, like, it's super important that leaders are meeting with their teams, making sure everybody is ready because you only launch one time, right? I always say YOLO, you only launch once, right? And it's super important that we prepare for that, mindset wise, activity wise, and getting duplication. And so today I've got a training for you that I want to share. But before I roll into it, I do want to have Mr. Rob Roeder, if he wants to have any opening remarks, and then we'll kind of dive into it. Just so if you haven't met Rob yet, I know this is going to get posted. He is actually my sponsor, so I'm honored to be able to call him my sponsor. But he was actually one of the first millionaires in Talk Fusion 1.0, right? So he's had the success with and working with Bob Reyna, so he's very familiar with that. And what's great about Rob is that even today, probably more today, he's even more committed to making sure that a lot of us are winning, and collaborating and making sure that you guys really have the opportunity as well. So it's an honor to have him on here today. Rob, any opening remarks for everybody, and we'll kind of, we'll dive into some good stuff here.
Sure. Yeah, it's great to be here, Jimmy. It's an honor for me to be here too with you. One of the most highly respected legends in the industry. It's what a team we have here, Jimmy. I love the name Legacy Team. It truly is a legacy team. But what I just want to share with everybody, guys, is what's about to happen here is monumental. You have no idea. I do because I've seen it. I was at the top of the mountain in Talk Fusion 1. I'm proud, very, very proud of that. And I saw what happened there and how quickly it happened. But I have to tell you that what we have now puts that to shame. I mean, there's just no comparison. Not that it was a bad company, it was a great company. We made history and we became $1 billion brand and we helped hundreds of thousands of people all around the globe. But this is much bigger, much, much bigger. The product has been enhanced. Like Jimmy and I still can't believe what we saw in the library, the impact we're going to have across the world with the product. Just the product itself has so much value for customers as well, which Jimmy, we know how important that is. So we're excited, guys. The comp plan is there's nothing out there that comes close to it. And all I can say is that we got 15 days left. And Jimmy, I hope I could say this. I'm a little surprised there's not more people here. Um, you know, if you guys are truly leaders, you need to bring your people to this. That you got two legends here, and it all begins with showing up. So get with your people and make them accountable, because the bottom line is, I mean, you can't drag the dead horse into the barn, guys, but you certainly must have some people that are ready to tear this up, because if you don't, somebody else is going to. That's my message, Jimmy. Back to you.
I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so definitely get the replay out for anybody that couldn't make it or whatever it might be. So let me go into this. I want to give you guys some things to think about for this particular week. One of the things is every week I'm going to be doing some type of leadership call, and then eventually, as we're launching, bringing on some of the best in our team to be here sharing with you guys as well what they believe are some of the best things for you guys to be doing to help you grow your businesses, right? So first things first, guys, this week, like I said, 15 days to launch. Personally, I'm presenting Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern and Wednesday and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So today I'm presenting. As a matter of fact, I'm even doing the one of the testimonials today. The point is this, like, because you're working in this organization, right? This is a great time to leverage yourself and say, hey, listen, I want to invite you to a meeting. A presentation with the person that I work with, because what ends up happening is after one of these meetings, if you got them on there, right? We can follow up with a three-way call, and I love doing those with you guys. And then that way I can edify you to your prospects as well. So this is super important. Just know this: Tuesday and Thursday, I'm presenting at 2 p.m. Some of you are testimonials as well this week, and then Wednesday and Friday for the corporate one at 12 p.m. Now, one of the big things that's huge in our team is getting your custom template. The reason why is you want to be a product of the product always. And so all you have to do, everybody, is make sure, if you've seen them in the last few days, even as we've started to see Africa really start to take off as well, is that get your custom template done. All you need to do is do a business for home review and a Google review. There's plenty. I sent out a message last night in the groups for all of you. I know that, so if you don't have that, make sure you get with your leader, but definitely get those templates or those reviews done. And then all we need is a really good picture of you, your full name, how you want it described, on the template. And if you want your flag on there, what country, because we are a global company. I would say our team is already pushing about 50 countries upon launch, because right now, as we're doing this call, we've got Asia working as well. We've got, all over the place. Some Americans will be on the call tonight. I mean, they're just all over. And so definitely take advantage of it and get that custom template done. And so if you don't know, this Thursday, CEO broadcast, 11 a.m. Eastern, this is the most important call of the week. The reason why is that you're going to hear straight from Bob and Christy Reyna. I tell you this because it's even more important than you hearing it from me. Right? You want to hear directly from them all of the updates. Now, this is also a Zoom that has tons of captions, multiple languages, French, Spanish, all of them Mandarin, all of them are in there, folks. Thai, Vietnamese. So anyone that's watching this, you can promote that, and you should promote it, because that way that is the most important call for the week. And then I put down here, just know this, in this particular team, we have 3 opportunities every day to invite people to the webinar. And I'll talk about this in a second, but I want to make sure you guys see the schedule. Inviting 3 times a day. All right. Yes, I know it's a lot, but if you're leveraging your time and you're picking the ones that work best for you, if you've got guests for follow-up, this way you know the schedule, right? So the corporate ones are Monday through Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern and 8 Eastern. We're always putting out reminders for that. We always call it the triple, the triple dose of presentations. And then the Legacy Dream Team, which is Rob Roeder, myself, Wes Benson, Tina D. Lewis, Peter Wolfing, those Melody McFarland, those type of presenters, we all do the Monday through Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, right? And so now it's time to really start to pack these out with 15 days left. And so you want to make sure you put that on there. So stay plugged in. It's one of the things of step 4 that we talk a lot about. All right, let's get into some training. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you here forever, but I want to make sure we get a message out to all of you. My question to you as I start off today is, who truly wants to have money freedom, time freedom, okay, and lifestyle freedom, right? Who truly wants to have money freedom, time freedom, and lifestyle freedom? And I want to start this off because everybody probably that's watching this live or the replay saying, that's me. I want to have that. Well, what if I could share with you today, if over time and you being consistent, you could have that with an opportunity like Top Fusion. See, it starts with, because this is, I want to preface this. Myself, Rob Roeder, we have been mentored by Bob Reyna. Okay. Bob Reyna has already created over 1,800 millionaires in the first run. And so there are a lot of times you'll hear us say the same thing over and over and over again. And the reason why is because that message can carry all over the world. Yes, you've heard us talk about mindset, momentum, money, but I'm going to share with you that this is a very important principle. You build your business and your life on principles. And the principle of mindset, momentum, money is very important for you to pass on to your team. See, if you don't get this mindset right, ladies and gentlemen, it will keep you from having the biggest of businesses. If you don't get this mindset right, it will keep you from having the most success that you possibly could have in Top Fusion. If you don't get this mindset right, okay, and the mindset that we're going to put, to help share with you is the mindset of our mentor, Mr. Bob Reyna. Now, how many of you want to really understand? I mean, you're probably, some of you will over time will be like, man, Jimmy is like a Bob clone. Yes, why? Because let's just call it what it is. You already know his success level. When you walk on his estate, right? You can tell that he's no joke. He's helped a lot of people. And so you want to start with this mindset thing first, right? And the whole idea, everybody, is that you're going to run people through this right here. Okay? You're going to run people through this right here. Let me turn my background off real quick. because I do not want you guys to miss this today. All right. Okay. You guys can see it now. Good. All right. You want to run people through the 4 steps to success in the Talk Fusion Fast Track Training Guide. Okay. As fast as possible. Right. You want to teach your personals in your teams to do the same. You're going to hear me talk a lot about success, love, speed. Right. You're going to hear me. You're going to hear me talk about that success, love, speed, and that everything that our compensation plan with 1 minute pay, instant pay, is designed to do that. You'll hear that a lot. Now, do you notice that how easy I pulled this out? You know why? Because I printed it out. I want to challenge every single one of you. Here's what we're going to do today as a little bit of homework, a little bit of a leadership homework assignment. Is I want you to print this out, and I want you to have it in your desk. Have it near your desk. I'll tell you what I do. I actually bring it in my car as well. Because what we want to do right now is build a culture in this particular team. Folks, I'm going to share with you how to get to 6 figures. I want to share with you how to potentially, live the life that you truly want, but it's going to take some work. Okay? To get to blue diamond is going to take some work. Don't believe all this crap you see on the internet or whatever, social media that, people faking it like that. I can show you my home. Okay. Right? You want to follow a system. And yes, folks, it takes work. And the work, though, right, is right here. See, a lot of people want to do a shortcut. They think that there's a shortcut to success. There's a shortcut to having time freedom, right? Money freedom, lifestyle freedom. You know what the shortcut is? This right here. This is the shortcut, the true shortcut. So here's what I want all of us to do. I want you to print this out today, okay? Or when you see this training, and I want you to post a picture. I'm going to do it today as well. I'm going to lead by example because I want you guys to start doing this because this is the culture you want to build inside of our team. And I want us to take a picture of us all holding these, and I'm going to flood Bob Rayner's inbox with these. He'll love it. You know why? Because he's going to know that our team is following the system. See, one team, one dream, one global system that we can teach all over the world. So when I'm talking to Peter Thompson there in Thailand and Cambodia and that team over there, guess what? We're talking about this. When I talk to Anwar and Raheem and all the guys over there in Singapore, Malaysia, we're talking about this. Okay, when I start talking to Jorge and all the team in Central and South America, what are we going to talk? We're going to talk about this. When I'm talking to Alan and Karen, everybody, this is what we're going to talk about. When I'm talking to David and Ambassador Funso and Papa Solo, we're talking about this. Mindset, ladies and gentlemen, mindset. So print this out. How many of you will do that? I want to challenge you to do this, everybody. Print this out and start building a culture in your teams of the 4 steps inside this. Okay. And so take a picture. I want to find out who's going to be the first one to do it. All right. Because the thing about the fast track training is that we build our entire business. Now I want to give you a mindset tip. Someone forwarded me a message about a training another promoter from another company was doing the other day. And the subject is this: the pros of being competitive. And they said, well, Jimmy, take the time. Will you look at this? I go, and here was my answer. What does this have to do with duplication? Absolutely zero. You're like, huh? Yeah, it doesn't matter. See, if someone in our team, ladies and gentlemen, does not know the basic skills, spending time on other subjects will kill your dreams, not build them. It will kill your dreams. See, leaders create more leaders, not followers. See, the real winners in Talk Fusion teach and perfect duplication. They do not waste time on other things, ladies and gentlemen. They do not waste time. Bob has put into my mindset so much about that duplication, speed and duplication is really the key to this, to the success of your business if you're building this. Now, if you're watching this and you just love the product, yes, enjoy the product. I'm talking to the builders out there. I'm talking to the ones that said, Jimmy, Bob, Rob, I want this to be the one that gets me free. I want this one so I can fire my boss. Jimmy, Rob, and Bob, I want this one so I can stay home with my kids. I want this one so I can pay off my credit card bills. Okay. Today, yes, folks, when I teach and train, I don't hold anything back because I can't, because I care about my success, my leadership, and your success as well. So you want to get absolutely addicted to these results. Remember, leaders create more leaders, not followers. All right. And the real winners in Top Fusion will teach and perfect duplication. They do not waste time on other things. So remember, all you have to do is teach people at the very beginning is this. Number one is, who are you looking for in a prospect? Okay. Who are you looking for? You're looking for someone that's probably like you, someone that wants more time freedom, wants more financial freedom, wants more lifestyle freedom. Right? They want to pay off their debt. They want to be able to stay home with their kids. They maybe want to be someone like me who's in corporate America that needed and wanted desperately to fire his boss. You guys know the story. A grown man telling another grown man that I couldn't spend time with my kids. I mean, what in the world? That's who you're looking for. See, when you understand who you're looking for, you don't get emotionally attached to when someone tells you it's not for them. I do not. That's okay. When you understand who you're looking for in a prospect, you're not emotionally attached. You're more focused and addicted to the activity and not the results of someone saying, oh, it's not for me. Oh, I'm not, I'm not looking for any. That's okay. I'm looking for the ones that are looking for me. And number two is this, how to properly invite. These are the basics of in beginning to building this business. See, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? And this is why I want you to start memorizing this. This is for this training, guys, is for me too. Because on page 3, if someone goes, hey, how do I invite people? I say page 3. Do you remember it? Page 3? Because I want this is something that you want to get so familiar with that when someone says, hey, how do I invite? Hey, have you printed out the fast track training guide? Well, no. Okay, well, listen, page 3, go check that out. Let's practice that little script if you need to, but I want you to master that. You guys starting to get it? This is how you start to build, and this is how we as an organization start to build duplication. We're not waiting for the launch to teach this. I want it in the culture of our organization because here's the deal. So many of you, we have a ton of leaders here, whether you watch this now or the replay, a ton of leaders that say, Jimmy, this is the one for me. And we cannot, success loves speed. We cannot let days go by without this message starting to come through our organization. See, you want to spend your time. Remember, I was telling you about that message I got has nothing to do with duplication. You want to spend your time perfecting this with your team because when you perfect it with your team, it will increase your commissions faster than ever. Okay. The two things, what are they? Who are you looking for in a prospect? Okay. We eliminate all the emotional attachment to whatever they say to us. We're collecting decisions, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, no, not right now. You want to be a decision collector every day. Okay. And then how to properly invite. And for some of you, this may be your first time in a network marketing, direct sales, home business. And so you'll need to practice. It's okay. Do it. Your dreams matter, right? I want to share a quick story. This weekend, I was with my friend who's a doctor in our family. We had a family reunion on my dad's side, and he told me his college education was $400,000. I said, Jim, he said, yeah, and I'm paying $5,000 a month. I'm like, oh, he's making some money. He's a doctor. He's an MD. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about this. Do you know that with an opportunity like Talk Fusion, that you have the potential, right? We always go back to that income disclaimer. You have the potential to earn that kind of money. Now, you can get an MD, and we call that more dinero, okay? You can get in our business. But I want you to think about this. This is because some people don't realize what you really have your hands on today. I want you to put your business cap on for just a second. I want you to think about what it would cost to start a business that had all these things. All right. So start tallying this up in your head for me. What would it cost to have a full-blown marketing team that could do amazing graphics and you never had to worry about had professionally done videos all done for you? What would it cost to have a development technology team to build your whole entire infrastructure and to deliver your service-based digital products to a global market of 180 countries? What would it cost to start a business that had a commission engine that could pay in under 1 minute to over 180 countries around the world? What would it cost to have a legal team that was so good that you were able to qualify to be in the direct selling association, okay, and to help you stay compliant? What would it cost? What would it cost that when someone picks up the phone to call the support team, that it gets picked up, within a few rings, and they also have the ability to email in and get support all the time around the world? What would it cost to have an accounting team to keep the company solvent to be able for you to run your business? What would it cost, ladies and gentlemen? Think about all the things that I just said. And I want to ask you, what do you think it would cost to start a business like that? Being an entrepreneur, okay? Putting hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money inside of businesses to start them, I can tell you right now, the things I just shared with you would cost millions of dollars. But you know what you get today, ladies and gentlemen? Is you can start Talk Fusion anywhere around the world for as low as $175 as a promoter, all the way up to $700 as a promoter. Is that absolutely amazing? I want you to think about that. That is what you have your hands on. Okay. That kind of business. Is that incredible to really think? If you really think about, man, I'm starting a business today that pays all my entire organization in under 5 minutes, under 1 minute, all around the world, and all the things that are included in that. That's what we have our hands on. Okay. So I want to give you another mindset tip. Good companies are product dependent. Okay. But great companies are system and duplication dependent. See, our organization, we're going to sell a ton of that product. We're going to sell a ton of video email. But the ones of you that understand this message here, that we are an organization that is system and duplication dependent, those are the ones of you that will build a business that can get free. Okay. Great companies are system and duplication dependent, right? Because that's what, in this model, that is what moves the needle, ladies and gentlemen. That's where this is what buys your time back. Okay. Because you're system and duplication dependent. Right? So good companies are product dependent, great companies are system and duplication dependent. And so if you want to be a top earner, you need to make sure you and your teams understand the difference between a retail service-based business versus a duplication business. See, we're going to be in a duplication business here. Yes, you're going to enroll lots of customers, no doubt, because think about our system. Step 2 is what? Send the video email. You will pick up lots of customers. But the ones of you that want this business to grow, you've got to start thinking this way. See, I want to close with this here. Just enrolling customers and promoting our services will not make you a top earner because it doesn't duplicate. They're just going to buy the product and use it, which is great. We want lots of customers, ladies and gentlemen, lots. As a matter of fact, you'll probably have 10 customers to every one promoter, which is great. 10, 20 customers. We love it. Just sponsoring people, even a lot of people, okay, will not make you a top earner. You're like, well, what do you mean, Jimmy? Well, it's not just going to make you a top earner. If you're what we call a sponsor monster and you don't teach them this, duplication. And also just wanting to be a top earner will not make you one either. You can't just want it. You've got to have a system in place, the duplication part. You have to become one via duplication. That is how you become a top earner inside of Top Fusion, right? You become a top earner in Top Fusion by enrolling lots of customers, right? By sponsoring people, okay? Yes, you got to want it, right? All those things, but you also have taught duplication inside of your business. And today, ladies and gentlemen, the way we're going to do it is we're going to get really good at this. Oh, I love it, Ambassador Fuzo. I just saw your comment. Yes, this taking pictures already. See how fast it moves? That's real leadership there. I love that. So folks, I wanted to share this with you today because we're not waiting till July 30th. That's not what real leadership is about. Yes, I know I'm challenging you guys to start doing this stuff now. So about start to build this in our culture is because there's way too many of you that are going to watch this live with a replay. That if we let 15 days go by, we don't start to take pictures, we don't start to do our custom templates, we don't start to take massive action, right? I'm not here to play small. I'm here to build $100 million plus company. And all of you that are watching this live or the replay can be part of it. I'm going to give you everything I got. One thing you'll find out about Jimmy Zell is that most people will never outwork me. Okay. Bob Reyna, I mean, it's a challenge. I'm always trying to, you want to emulate your mentors. You know, the guys getting up at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at 11 right now because we're in the hunt because he wants it bad for us. When you're in the hunt, right? You do what you normally do, and that's what it takes right now is to win and to win big. So I hope this helped you out. I hope it really did help you out. I hope you guys will get this out to everybody. I want to bring my good friend Rob Roder on for any other final comments that he might want to say as well. Rob, turn it over to you, my
Yeah,
friend.
thank you so much, Jimmy. Yeah, it was incredible training that you just shared with us because it's everything you said is just spot on. When I started with Talk Fusion back in the beginning days, I had had success before Jimmy and other companies because I was willing to put the work ethic in and had dreams, had drive, all that stuff that was required. But it was different here because with instant pay that you mentioned, Jimmy, it moves lightning fast when you apply the 4 steps that you talked about. But I was a little stubborn to that in the beginning because I thought I could do it my way. You know what I mean? Because I had a formula from before and I tried to apply it here. And even though I was doing okay, Jimmy, I wasn't top leader status. I did, like you said. So I went to my sponsors and they were up in that. I mean, they were like hitting blue diamond and they were maxing out the comp plan, Jimmy, the whole bit. And I said, what are you guys doing, man? I think I'm just as good as you. I can work just as hard. And they said 4 steps, you know, according to that system you just talked about, Jimmy. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to argue with success. So I started to apply it, and Jimmy, my goodness, it happened so fast. I never looked back. So that what you shared here today is definitely the key. It's completely the pathway, and I hope that everybody gets the how valuable what you shared is. You got to get those 4 steps down, guys. And it's not hard, Jimmy. It's simple. What's hard is getting out of your own way, right?
Yeah.
Because some of you want to hold on to your old style of marketing, which some of it can still be utilized. Don't get me wrong. But when you apply all that with the 4 steps, look out, guys, because you move at lightning speed. Thank you so much for sharing all that, Jimmy. I love your spirit, man. And I know that we're going to help a lot of people.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Rob Roder. Thank you all for watching this. Let's get this message out to everybody. Let's continue to promote heavily for the webinars, and let's take this business to the next level. All right, we appreciate you all. Let me turn off recording, and then we'll open up real quick.